Welcome to Fragrance Alchemy, and today we are at the last leg of our journey into northern Bangladesh, where we attempted to try and find some wild dust. Prior to getting there, I was warned by my brother-in-law that it's going to be extremely difficult to find, and as usual he was spot on. But we got to see a number of plantations, got to visit a number of distilleries, and got to meet a number of traders and wholesalers. In that time, I got to experience all the pitfalls of the agarwood trade. And what I mean by this is that there's a lot of charlatans in this industry, and a lot from the top to the bottom. Really, you really have to be careful on who you're purchasing things from. You really have to understand the psychology and the mentality of some of these people in some of these countries, and even in the Western countries as well. Some of the Western traders, you really don't know who you're dealing with until certain things happen. Then you get an understanding and you learn. As for me, I had prior knowledge of the different tactics and different manipulation of the wood that are being used in this part of the world. I was taught by the best. My brother-in-law and my father-in-law, who, like I said, have been doing it for generations, they know pretty much everything when it comes to Bengali wood and Hindi wood and agarwood in general. So, not that I'm a master, still a student, but I got to see firsthand the type of tactics that they use. And majority of the time in Bangladesh, there's a lot of colouring going on. As you can see in this particular clip, I was introduced some organic material, and it's a very good organic agarwood, but it looks higher grade than it actually is. So it's stuff like this that you have to really be careful about if you are getting into this sort of industry. Be very, very careful. Fortunately for me, I've got guides like my father-in-law and my brother-in-law, and even in this trip I had a family friend whose father was known to my father-in-law for decades. They did business together, and who worked for my father-in-law. So this chap was just basically showing me around this part of Bangladesh and all the different traders and different wholesalers and some of the plantations that were out there. So I got to see a lot of the stuff that's going on, but at the same time I was short of time, so I couldn't find what I was actually looking for, and ended up just buying a few grams of really high grade dust, which was nowhere near what we needed. But again, it was a learning experience, and whilst I was there, I got introduced to this plantation wood that is nailed. Now, when this chap came to me with a massive box, there was a few kilos in there. The smell that was resonating from this box was amazing. It really kind of woke me up a little bit, and I was like, wow, let's have a look at this. And I knew it was of a lower quality because it's not organic. It wasn't organically infected. It was nails. It had been infected by nails. But having said that, the smell was great, so I was willing to give it a try. So when I put a piece on the burner, the smell that came out, it was just really one of the highest grade plantation wood I came across. And this kind of gave me the idea that this could be a really good product to buy for people who are collectors and don't really want to burn their high grade, their sinking grade wood chips that they've collected over the years, but would like to burn on a regular basis something that is less expense, but equally of high aromatic grade. And at the same time, I was also thinking about people who have never really smelt agarwood and who really want to try some out but haven't been able to because of the price of agarwood. you know. So I was really thinking along those lines, and this is the main reason why I purchased this wood. It was just to kind of bridge that gap and give people the opportunity to try this beautiful wood. Just a disclaimer, this wood was purchased within 5-mile radius of my father-in-law's distillery, and it was not purchased from my father-in-law's plantation. Well, another vlog for you guys, and we've just been to the plantation, and on the way back we decided to check out this national reserve and have a dip in this beautiful fresh water. An amazing waterfall there. I've got some pictures coming up in a second. It's just unbelievable here, really. You know, the vegetation, the tropical plants all around you in this canyon with like fresh water running through it and a massive waterfall. It was just the most amazing feeling of just jumping into this cool, crystal clear, fresh water. It was just the most refreshing thing ever. Really, it was just absolutely unbelievable. So now I realise where all the great smells come from the Bengali ouds. It has this beautiful, sweet, tropical smell to it when you burn it. Even the plantation ones that we burnt today was so incredibly fragrant. It was just the most aromatic plantation wood that I've ever smelled. It really is just mind-blowing. And coming here really makes you realise where it gets it all from. It's the soil here. The soil here is just incredible. Really, you could just throw anything in the ground and it'll grow in a matter of weeks. It's just a beautiful place, really. And just having the pleasure of jumping into that cool crystal water, really made my trip worthwhile.